The Supreme Court has never ruled on this. We are going to be in uncharted territory. This is a Pandora's box.
Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay.
We will hear argument first this morning in case 19-465, Chiafalo and others versus the state of Washington.
Listening to a Supreme Court case and hearing Justice Ginsburg say my last name was completely surreal.
What's that like all of a sudden to realize, hey, wait a second, the guys who wrote the Constitution, they wrote about me.
Well, they didn't write about me, they wrote about the role of the electors, and I think that's that's important that the court is going to address here.
The question in these cases is straightforward. Do the states have the power to control through law how an elector may vote? They do not.
Larry Lessig was one of 4 attorneys arguing the Colorado and Washington cases about faithless electors. Historic and unprecedented arguments about bribery and chaos heard by the Supreme Court by phone.
Suppose an elector is bribed between the time of popular vote and the time when the electors vote. Can the state remove that elector?
Your Honor, we believe that prior to the vote, the state's power is to assure that the person who shows up has not engaged in a criminal activity. Of course, the claim someone has been bribed is a charge. It needs to be proven. And so we believe there's going to be a difficulty there with the bribery.
Thank you, counsel. General Purcell?
I'm somewhat confused about exactly what their position is on this, but it seems they're saying you cannot remove someone even if you know they accepted a bribe unless you can somehow move through the criminal process before the electors meet. And that's just absurd.
It's a great argument to eliminate elective discretion. However, when asked point blank, can you find a case where an elector has been bribed? The state could find none. And so, as a hypothetical, it was very flashy. It was very sensational. But as something real, it didn't really hold water.
It was rather interesting to hear the questions that the judges asked, but they dealt a lot with the hypotheticals, whereas I wish that they dealt with the reality of the case.
On the subject of reality, some of the questions, including those from Justice Clarence Thomas, seemed a little out of this world.
Counsel, the elector who had promised to vote for the winning candidate could suddenly say, I'm going to vote for Frodo Baggins, and I really like Frodo Baggins. And you're saying under your system, you can't do anything about that.
Your Honor, I think there is something to be done because that would be the vote for a non-person. No matter how big a fan many people are of Frodo Baggins.
So when Frodo Baggins entered the Supreme Court, of course, you knew that that was going to trend on Twitter, as opposed to faithless electors. And to hear it come from Clarence Thomas was truly special.
What stood out the most is the opposition argued mostly about the chaos it might cause, and not on any actual constitutional or legal standing.
Those who disagree with your argument say that it would lead to chaos, where the popular vote is close, and changing just a few votes would alter the outcome, and there would be a long period of uncertainty about who the next president was going to be. Do you deny that that is a good possibility if your argument prevails?
We deny it's a good possibility. We don't deny it's a possibility. We believe there are risks on either side.
We can't make decisions based on whether it's going to cause chaos or not, or else we'd be flipping parts of the Constitution right and left.
Electors have discretion on who they can vote for. This does not equal more chaos. There were great questions, but Justice Kavanaugh, I think he asked one of the most important questions.
Good morning. What is the purpose of having electors?
And there was a bit of silence with that. If we are going to bind electors where all they are automatons just casting a ballot, then what is their purpose? If it's merely ceremonial, is that something we really want to have in the American electoral process?
Brett Chiafalo and Michael Bonga have been fighting for answers for 4 years, a fight they want to win, but that's not their ultimate goal.
I hope we win, but I've always said that this entire process from day one, I am against the Electoral College. It should not exist. It should be gone as soon as possible. I'm simply trying to represent my duties under the Constitution as best I can. And it's the Electoral College that takes away the individual's vote. not the individual electors.
It wasn't my ambition to be an elector. This wasn't about me. This wasn't about my politics. This wasn't about my ideology. I'm just a guy who's trying to do what was best for the country.